Okay, so anyone who's watching now, we're getting started in just a second. Okay. So, don't think we have any viewers yet. Alright, but I'll get started. Main thing is my testing. I just wanted to put this up as a stream in case anyone wants to follow along or ask questions or things like that for me to look at too. We're going to go into practice mode, and what I want to explore today, I have an idea for getting a hard wall break, or a couple ideas. And hard wall breaks take 2 hits to break the wall. And I wanted to see if we could do it after a carry. So for the sake of this, I'll set it to Shao just because that's easier for our attack. It can be done on other larger characters too, but there's a little more nuance on them. So let's see, where has a hard wall break? This one does. But it starts to our left and right. Wall break, balcony. Hard wall break. It looks like the hard wall breaks don't really start in front of us. This will be a little annoying to set it up. That's okay. Okay, we'll find something, I guess, then. Where's Lee's stage? I know he has one. Here it is. So I guess we'll try with this one. Oh, I didn't realize he had a wall bound over on the bottom floor, too. Okay. So I have a couple things to test. The first is, let me not make her approach me. Standing. So the first is, I think the second hit of this can break walls, but I'm not certain, so let's go test that first. Restart settings. Hard wall break, okay. So there's one hard hit, and then the second one breaks, so that'll work. So we're going to try and do some combos, if we can, where we get this hit in it, and we'll see if it still counts even when the heat dash stuff comes afterwards. The other one I want to test, or one of them, is that when it doesn't tornado. It might be hard to hit correctly here. So I think for some of the moves, what'll happen is if it can tornado, it's not going to count as a break hit. But if we've already used our tornado move, then I think that will count as a hit that can break it. And then another one is that. Yep, and that works too. Okay, so we have a few things to work with here. Let me see. And so I really wonder, I'm not completely sure, but if we're already in heat, so let's test this. So if I do this, okay, that doesn't seem to actually count it when I try to go to the heat thing there. Let's see, let me think about this a little bit. Okay, so that breaks. Hoping to get a cancel out this from that. That doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, basically. I've only mostly logged time in the lab so far. I don't feel ready to go out into the world yet. I would be going faster, but job and other things have been pulling me away from Tekken a lot recently. Okay, so how am I going to do this? What I had been thinking was the combos where we pin them, and then we put them back up on the wall with that. And I was hoping we could get a break off of that. But I only think it will if it doesn't run us in afterwards. Because the thing was, I was hoping we would get one wall hit from that, and then be able to continue, and then get another wall hit. But I'm not sure if we can. What would... Oh, that automatically goes to Hitman? Oh, so it's an automatic Hitman transition. Oh! Okay, maybe the answer was way easier than we thought. I was thinking of like some crazy advanced combo routes. Maybe that was only high wall though, so let's check here. Yeah, okay, that's only if they go high wall. But we do have a good way to high wall is... No? What about... It gives us one hit, but no follow-up. Not quick enough for that after. Actually, how high would that put them up? Not sure. Let's just start with this to test. Oh! That doesn't want to work on show for me. Oh yeah, because it needs the burst first, okay. There we go, that's what we're looking at. Got too much of an angle there. This really doesn't want to hit here for some reason. That's weird. It didn't have issues with it so much before. Yeah, so I see you've been using Triple Fang. What I'm trying to find is not doing an initial splat, because what I eventually want is to carry to the wall and be able to get both wall hits and break it. So far we've found this. But it only works if they're high wall. So if they go high enough and my first hit is high wall... Oh, well, it worked earlier. Okay, maybe higher. Yeah. So if we juggle them to the wall and they're high enough and we can get that, then that's going to break it. But I'm trying to find some other routes where... Because I don't think Triple Fang alone will break it. Right, yeah. That doesn't really count, right? Is looking at maybe this, because that'll shatter as well. What about... And that's high wall again, that's the problem with that. I can see us having way more options high wall because it's easy to even like that. We get the first hit as high wall. I think we can just even do two of those. So high wall, it's a lot easier, but it would be. What's with the echo on my stream? Ooh, that's a good question. Is it my voice or the game? Yeah, it would have been nice if that would have worked for us. I think we only get one hit for the smash from that. I don't think we get any from this. Yeah, so just check my devices. Oh, why is Camlink Pro picking up some audio? Sorry, 1 second, I will.
Okay, I think the echo should be gone now, hopefully. Alright, let me know if my voice is not echoing anymore. I think I had the mic on my camera activated, and it's not normally. Okay, so let me think. Options. It'd be so nice if we could get... Oh, wow, did that... That splats on its own. Okay, that's new. I didn't realize this. So if we get this, it doesn't even have to be counter hit, just as a punish at the wall, back 2-4 splats now. I did not know that. I mean, we already have this at 14, which is stronger. What's the damage difference between 37 or this is probably more? So we start higher even, and then we get that. How? No, doesn't recover quick enough. It's tricky. I might be out of ideas. Because I was thinking like... like something like those routes, but... And after that, where it runs us in there, we can actually get this. But I'm trying to think if we did anything else that gave like a smash there, anyhow. Oops, what am I doing? Too early. Down forward, 4-4. Too early again. Okay, so that's only giving one hit on the glass to there. Which I mean, if you wanted a bunch of wall damage before you broke it, you could do that. But I'd really like to get something where we could carry her to the wall and then get both wall hits. But so far, we're only finding the high wall stuff. Yeah. That doesn't add to the break, does it? I don't think so. No. Yeah, because if we did, like, start with this, I could do something like this. But too early. Okay, start here. Okay, what am I thinking? late. Okay. Sorry, my brain's really dead too. I've not slept a whole ton recently. Think I'm not getting the plus 13 on that. It just comes completely off the wall. Oh yeah, that'll do 1, right? Wonder if we could, granted that wouldn't be after a normal wall carry, but get her to the side and then hit that where she's still high enough on the wall then for a follow-up, and then my dreams might have died already on this one. But we'll see. It would have been nice if when we do that into the dash... Oh, well that still hits there, but I guess it won't do that run-in when we hit her when she's in a combo. And if we're already in heat and we do that, we can heat dash out of it, but then it doesn't give the wall hit, which is the problem. Yeah, I'm not sure how common it would be for characters to have a wall break tool where they can, after a single carry, break it. 'Cause part of the problem is all of our things that break, they don't recover quickly enough to continue the combo. Does this just not break standing, but if they're in the air it does? Yeah, interesting. Because if they're airborne, then that'll break. Which, what if we do this? Does that splat them? It does. Interesting. So, this is gonna look dumb, maybe. Okay. I guess we can break like that, though that's not really what I was going for. Yeah, if we somehow splat them there with whatever. Oh, that was normal. Yeah, if we use something that pushes them that way. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's always one way to do it. Wait a minute, but we haven't used a heat burst in that combo, so we could probably just hit with something else. Right, because they're not going to be grounded like after a heat burst. I could be really dumb and do the heat burst, I guess. That'd just be not much point though. Or what am I doing? Splat, there we go. Yeah, so in these cases that'll still pick up and shatter. Man. Okay, the dream might have died before it ever started. Heat Burst is an option select for Acid Storm as long as it's not the Cardinal version. What do you mean by that? Can you expand on that more? Oh, sorry, Acid Storm, not Acid Rain. Oh, that's why it's not hitting. I hadn't heat bursted there. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. This should work. Yeah, and that puts her up. But it doesn't add to the break, I think. Yeah, that itself doesn't add to the break. What if it's after tornado, though? No, okay, so apparently that doesn't add to the wall break at all. That's surprising. Because we used to use that in the older games. You could do that and wall break off of it. If you acid storm, you can mash heat burst. If they don't finish, it's a punish. If they do, it floats for combo. Oh, okay, interesting. I wonder if people can do that with other power crushes as well. Yeah, let's see. We could get things like... Nope, not that. What am I doing? Trying to do Hitman 1+2. Oh, then that didn't break there. That was... Oh, because I started off the throw. That's right. So let's start with that. 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 And it should break. Yep. Double check that other one then, too. Okay, what am I doing? Doing this. This. That. Oh, forward 3-3-4. Oh, my brain's so dead right now. Oh, I had too many hits there. I need to do a 2-hit tornado. Yeah, so that doesn't break anymore, that one. I think. That's weird. Let's try forward 4-1. My brain doesn't want to work right now. I was just too tired for a lot of stuff. Let's see. Block acid storm. You can mash heat burst. Did I already read that? I'm so out of this world right now. Okay, I saw that part. Oh, so the cardinal version actually the hit connects faster there. Interesting. Depends on the startup of the armor. Yep. Okay, so anyway, to not call this a total failure, let's say we found a couple, because if they're high wall, or if they're high enough wall, let's do this. And we can get that, we get the 2 hits for it. Really wish... Okay, also if they're high wall we could do that, but I think that's less damage. Oh. 32 compared to 35, but it is 1 more hit. So we get 3 damage, but we lose a hit for a combo for later. Of course that, if we do it early enough, we can... just break with double forward forward 3. What is the damage of that versus a 28 versus 30? Oh, interesting. And this can go to that, right? So... Oh, but they'd have to be really high for that. Like, it might work if we were comboing from a long ways away, just because there's so much range on that, that you could, like, get the high wall hit that way. So, like, da-da, probably even further than that. So if you're finishing, like, a really far carry or something, we could probably get high wall hit there into that to break. But yeah, I'm not really finding stuff outside of the high wall hits yet. I'll keep thinking about it later. My brain just isn't moving very well right now. So sorry about that. Apologies. I worked at 24 yesterday, and when I do that, the actual time between like getting ready, leaving, getting back, and everything else is about 28 hours. And we had a bunch of calls. So I'm working as an EMT currently. So we had a bunch of calls during the night. So I think I got like an hour and a half of sleep or something, and it was really fragmented because we kept getting calls between. So I'm just not all there today right now, and I work another 24 from tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna get some sleep in a little while again. But anyway, that's the explanation for why my brain is moving slow and real dumb right now. Just one other thing I wanted to practice though. So, Shooty put some stuff up. He was looking at a thing that was found by some other players with other characters, and what it is basically, so these moves can be back recovered like that, and they can block right away, so we don't really get any hits off of this. However, if we do this to them from behind, it looks like this catches them if they're trying to turn with back, recovering that way at the wall. And then I think they found that they could duck when they're coming up and duck that, and then you would have like some other options. But I was going to explore that a little and see if maybe, for example, we're 3 frames back if we don't go to Hitman stance, but we could do this after it for a mid, so that might cover both options. So we're going to go to another stage just so we don't have to, or I could just go to a different wall, I guess. Let's just go wall, and we're going to switch positions. And then, let's see, what do we want Xiao to do here? So we'll go, she's gonna hold back, so just hold back for the recovery, that should work. Oh, for back turn combo? I can show you that in a minute. Or I guess I can come back to this now that I have that saved there. Let's go. Oh, I'll just restart here. Oh, that doesn't work. Switch positions again so I can turn around. So the back turn combo I like to use, if Lee can walk around to the back enough. It's 4 up 3, back 2, while standing 1 2, while standing 2 3. Come on. Now. Get off the wall. Why are you in there so tight this time? Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work with the angle, but If you're far enough to the side that they're flipping face down like that, you can forward 4-1. If they're not flipping face down, you can while standing 2-3. Come on, off the wall. No, not that way. Okay, now get back. Sorry. Might be easier just to change stage. Let's do that real quick. Okay, brain, move, brain, move. Sorry, not really at my neurological best today.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, so the back turn combo I like. 4 up 3. Whoops, messing it up. So if they're still, I wonder if we can forward 4-1 there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so you have to kind of react. If they're going face down, if we're a little more of an angle on the side, you have to finish with this. If they don't go face down and you're more towards the back, you have to finish with this. But they do, I think, work consistently in their... I say that and then whiff it immediately. In their specific instances. If, oh, come on, brain, come on, hands, you can do it, I believe in you. There we go. So, and you can manually sidestep left there a little. It doesn't seem to work as well from the right, which is really interesting, but basically, what happens is because they're back turned, it's really weird. If we're on the right side, they can stand and block that low. But if we're towards their left side, they don't seem to be able to stand and block it before the kick gets there, because they're coming up back turn instead of the front. The other thing is if we're perfectly on axis with them from the back, they can hold back to back recover and just outrange it. But because their back recovery is along their axis, not ours, if we're kind of to the left side here on their back, like our left as we're looking at them, or theirs, I guess, since it's the same, their back recovery doesn't create space as quickly because they're not going directly away from us, and then that allows us to hit them from that. So yeah, like right now is just back recovery. Oh no, it's stand up. So I'll do it twice here. Come on, no, I can't even hit the restart correctly. I have to wait. Everything feels so weird with like the recovery changes in this. Still getting used to it. There we go. That was late, so I should pin him to the ground. And I can actually dash, sidestep left. And... So if she tries waking up straight, she can't turn around quickly enough there to get the block. And then if... What am I looking at? So if she tries waking up backwards, because of that angle, it shouldn't allow her to outrange me on that. Yeah, so she'll still get hit like that. So that's a pretty strong finish from behind. Actually, I was going to test that. That's one more thing I can test today. Since slide is bufferable now, I want to see if we can get that before she recovers. So we'll test it. She's set to block all, and it didn't block it, so not sure there. Could test with a human, but I don't have any humans around. But it seems to be that might be the strongest option if that is guaranteed. I'll check against the up recovery too in a second. Oh, she's going face down there. Oh, come on. Lagging. I thought she was going to go face down there, but she didn't. Alright, come on. We got this. Or not. Oh. Need to put more time into this game soon, too. There we go. Yeah, it's not letting her block when she comes up from that anyway. So let's try standing up then. Face down. Need to react quicker to that. Oh, okay. It looks like they can block the side with a stand and then block them. Let's try it again. Just in case I buffered late. Oops. Missed my dash. I always want to press too early in this game. Slow. I think I might have been late to press though. Again there. So I want one time that I'm satisfied it's in the buffer. Oh my god. Come on. Brain, fingers, hands. I think that was on time. So I think she can block that. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant version, same frame. So that was definitely in the buffer the last time. So yeah, it looks like the highest completely guaranteed one there is Silvertail. If they tried the back recovery, you can get the slide. What were the frames when she's doing the back one? Because it looks kind of funky. So we might get some pressure there or something. +3, normal. Yeah, so anyway, that's still pretty good damage from behind. If you get the... So let's see what it is. It's, what am I doing? I need 4 up 3 first. Deep breath, slow down. 2, slow down. Really? Why is it suddenly dropping? And when we do this after punch parry, it hits kind of at like this angle right here where it looks slightly off from the back, which does seem to be more consistent a little, so that's good for us. Why suddenly am I whiffing that every time? Oh my god. I'm sorry everyone, thank you for putting up with me and having some patience as my brain don't want to work today. Yeah, so 64 and 13, 77 off that. Let's see. So, other stuff I wanted to check. have her do, yeah, back quick roll. Whoops. Come on. Wow, running 3-4. Yeah, she's well too far away for us to do anything there. But the thing I wanted to check was at the wall. And do we still have what we recorded? Nope. Okay, record again. So she's gonna go and then just hold back. So let's go with that. Oh, because she's holding back, it's gonna hit her face first in the wall. Alright. So I'm gonna have to redo that a little bit. And of course, you can do other combos if she's face forward like normal there. But okay. Actually, you know what? That would have worked. So let's do that again. Let's try just with jabs first, then we can do a different one for Hitman 4. Okay. So that'll put her on the wall like that. Okay. Oh, that was weird. That hit really late, so it was quote-unquote grounded. So that's... Oh! Huh, it didn't have the recovery. Strange. I think it should still be back recovery in there. Does it just not let her recover there? So what we had been looking for was here. She should back recover like that. And then that hits. But I think she can duck it too. But now I'm even more intrigued by why is it not recovering from... Oops. I'll press buttons one of these days. Why is she just not recovering off of that at all right there? Huh. I mean, we could do something like that, I guess. Or, oh, okay, let's try something. Too late. Oh, no, it goes over. But still, yeah, that's an interesting one. Okay, let me catch up with chat a little bit. Found anything for back combo? Okay, we went over that. Yeah, down 4, 4 up 3. Yeah, let's see what happens with that. Just yeah, they turned the down 4. I think anything I-11 or later they can turn but not block. But with our down 4 it doesn't help. So if you're at a wall, you could do that if you wanted to splat. But still like this option. What if we just do that there? Yeah, same thing, it's not recovering. So I don't even need a sidestep. Yeah. Tch. Yeah. What's the total damage on that anyway? So 66 and 19, 85. So that's if they're trying to turn with back. And we can still do this for a guaranteed hit. If they turn with back, it'll hit them on the wall face forward like that. If they turn with down back, it'll splat them on the wall with we'll go 1, 2, and down back. Oh, let's record that again. Okay, 1, 2, down back to back. Okay. Should work. No. Okay, not set. I don't have my stick mapped very well right now to this. I'll have to do that later. So let's try this one. So this is if she turns with down back, she can be face first into the wall. So this is what Shooty was using as his setup. I don't think we'll get the second hit there, but figure it's worth a try. No, okay. So he's doing this to this to this. And now in this case, she comes up like that. But she'll get hit by that from behind. It sounds like she could crouch that too. But if she tries crouching, then you could do something else. Okay, this. Oh, too far. Let's get her trapped in a little more near the wall. Yeah. So that could be pretty strong. Oops. Oh yeah, so this is what I actually wanted to test. I almost forgot. So what if we... Yeah, that works. Okay. So that should be totally guaranteed. Even if she stays on the ground, the first kick hits grounded. Can we do anything later? Okay, so I-14 gets blocked. I-13 gets blocked. I-11 hits. So we don't know if it's plus 11 or plus 12. Okay, that doesn't keep her back turned. Let's try it, but the 1 series did, so... if it didn't bounce her off the wall, that might actually be useful, because at plus 6, we could... What could we do at plus 6? I-12, I guess? It doesn't really net us much more. But the thing about this, some old tech, if you do that and hold forward, you can do standing moves out of it. Yeah, let's see. So you could do like this, 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 that, and it would be guaranteed. And if you see it hitting her from behind, then you can continue the string. She's not going to be able to block it, of course. So what would that damage be on the wall? So we've got 54, 27, 61, 81, plus the final 2 is 20, I think. So 101 damage off that. Yeah, that looks about right. I think that's 101 damage for if she tries to recover this. If she doesn't, she'll save some because she'll just take the first kick in the head. And she shouldn't be able to retaliate and hit us before we can block, but she can tech up off that first kick. And this is pretty slow to recover. So we might be a little negative there, but I'm not completely sure. Okay, let's see. Hey, lovers in chat. How's it going, man? Yeah, so 50-50 wouldn't be bad if you wanted to... Whoops. If you wanted to choose with that. So how much is that relatively? So that's their... basically their recover option, standing. So 54 and 34, 88, plus 19 for blazing kick, so 88, 97, 107. So damage is not that different if they try and recover. Because... And then how much extra damage would we get if they didn't recover? Yeah, good to hear you're doing well. I'm surviving. Career change hasn't been going real great, and I'm looking for other work, and I'm tired and exhausted, and my soul hurts, and it's been a downward spiral for a few years. But at least I have good people around me. I do enjoy the people I work with. It just doesn't pay enough, and yeah. My girlfriend's nearby now, which is good because she's normally on the other side of the world, and so that's nice. No, I moved back to the U.S. March of last year, start of March, so I've been back here almost 1 year. But depending on what happens for work, I might be looking at going other places again. Part of trying to come back was to be near my parents. And yeah, so, and then I got back and they're spending like most of the year out in a different state and thinking of moving there. And I'm like, oh, why'd I come back, man? So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking a little bit about maybe being open at least to work abroad again, depending on what happens, looking at some PhD programs in Finland. I'd be open to working in Japan again, but only a couple of institutions, only places I really believe I could do good teaching, and unfortunately, I think a lot of the schools don't really have the environment for that. But there's a couple I'll be on the lookout for. Yeah. Girlfriend in chat. Girlfriend identified. Yeah, also Singapore, there's one institution that would have a job that's like perfect for me, but last time it was advertised, I missed it by like 2 days. I didn't see it was up, and I haven't seen it advertised again since. But I'll kind of keep an eye on that. Yeah, so we'll see. Sorry for the break in your scheduled Lee Chaolan programming. But yeah, I'm kind of liking the while standing kicks now for a couple of reasons in this situation. First of all, if I use the 4 rather than 2-2-3, 100% guaranteed I'm going to splat them at the wall here. If they turn using back, I'll splat them where they're face us, and we can do other normal combos or re-wall combos. If they try turning with down back, we'll splat them face forward. Oh, that was late. And then we can go to this and this. So I think what Shooty was saying is when they hold back to recover from this, they can still crouch. So they can't block yet. I think, right? So let's see what her recovery is here. She recovers, she's coming up standing. Yeah. So if they hold back and keep holding back to try and recover off of that. Yeah, we get that into that. I don't think we get forward and 3-4 there. I'll check real quick. I get the feeling, because there's an instance like that in the old game, I think it was in 7, where if they held toward you, they can actually go under you when you go over. Though if they don't know that, then you could get this. It should be. So in this situation back in 7, there was a situation after Mistrap where if they thought they would stay under your follow-ups, you could forward and both kick, and in the face down feet towards position, a perfectly timed slide was completely guaranteed on him, and that should be even easier now because we can buffer the slide now. So we should get at least Silvertail in that situation, but probably more. Yeah, we'll get at least Silvertail. I'm pretty sure we'll get Slide. Slide, and we're +3 from behind. Let's see. So they can turn and block on frame 7. So we can't get guaranteed while standing there. What else? Up back 3 probably. Huh. Okay, she was face first in that situation, probably just a little later. Still didn't block. Yeah, that should be guaranteed. And actually, right there, I could see she went higher, so she wasn't grounded. And we're +13 there. She was back turned. I don't think we'll get this, but we can probably get that, or maybe that. I guess if it's a little later, we get that resplat with it too. We don't get the second hit there. Yeah, and not much off that. So we just get a tiny bit there. I don't think forward 4 will work. I'll try real quick. Now. Yeah, let's see. What if we, okay, here's this, here's this. So that's what I was talking about with that one. If we're not sure what they're going to do, this is the one that'll cover all options. Get this, this, this. If they wake up, we get that. And if they don't wake up, the first kick should still hit them in the head. So we're not whiffing anything over them or getting counter kicked. Which is not as dangerous in this as Tekken 7, because they're not going to float us by doing that. Or start a combo. What I'm trying now is... So, this is 3 better. on. So we have +3 and +6. And you can instant cancel one frame to down forward. So this would come out basically at +5. So I'm trying to see if that'll work. It would require really precise timing. No one's here. No, for that question, we'll look at that in a second. But the reason there's nothing really solid after it there is we're like +5, -5 at that situation, I think. So they're grounded, but we're -5, so we're still technically at an advantage because getting up from the ground takes a while, but like nothing guaranteed really. Maybe a little pressure. Probably where I would use that is after or if we're going for a floor break at the end of a combo. So I can show that in a second. Heisenberg. Maining Lee videos helped a lot. How a lot of my videos are kind of deep dive stuff. It's not, at least so far, not a lot of like basic level stuff, but it's the fun things, I think. Up the defense game or lab each character. Honestly, a lot of it is lab each character. You'll get used to some general things and rules like down forward twos are usually mid and safe, but don't launch crouching and they're negative on block. Whereas like the hop kick launchers are going to be punishable, generally -13. So there's like some knowledge that will get interspersed out that you'll get used to certain patterns in the game. Um, and Yeah, but I really think labbing each character is a big thing. So I'm not sure how far I could go. I think I'm Vanquisher Online. That was just in one sitting. I had about an 80% win rate. But like matches I lost, I was just getting blown up because I didn't know what the characters did. Except King, and he's just an absolute ridiculous beast now. And I was like, oh, I can't step him anymore. Great. Um, so Yeah, I'd say a lot of character labbing in matchups. When work stuff dies down a little or I have more time to practice, what I intend to do is go collect some losses. Go online, have my matches, and run into stuff where I'm like, well, what the hell do I do against this? And it used to be that, a lot of times you wouldn't have a quick or easy answer for that. But it's one of the things I liked about, so back in the day when Tekken 6 BR hit. I was playing at Green in Korea, in Seoul. So unfortunately, it's closed down now. But it was considered at that time probably the world's best Tekken arcade. And it was just like stacked with absolute killers, really good players. I think I was like right at the edge of the top green rank, lowest yellow rank in BR at the time for arcade. But there was no rank inflation like now, and all of these guys are super good. So I was there on a Monday night once, and I counted like 100 and it's like 104 or 107 players or something. There were like 23 back-to-back machines, like 46 people playing at a time. And so anyway, like in that situation, if you're having a death match against someone, you're like, I don't know what to do against this character. What you do is wait for other people to play him and see their answers to the things that are giving you trouble. And the cool thing about this game now is with the replay and being able to take over control, and I haven't really gotten into that yet, but when I start actually trying to rank and things like that, that's what I'm going to be doing. Just go get matches, get losses, and if you get blown up by something you don't know, instead of being mad or angry about it or frustrated, just be like, perfect. You go into your replay and you find what you're getting blown up by and you take over your control. Can I duck it? No. Can I sidestep it right? No. Can I sidestep it left? No. Can I sidewalk it left? Yes. Ooh, now I have their back. Now I can get this like 103 damage or whatever on them anytime they try this against me. And so I think really just learning the characters. And yeah, looking at it as like Lover's saying, they're part of the learning process. And so understanding that you're gonna come up against those things you don't know the response to along the way. But instead of just raw labbing against moves with the character, you can play some matches, and when something's blowing you up, take a step back, watch the replay, take over control, and see what you can do against those things. So I think that's really important for learning. defense. And yeah, I think I wouldn't. On good days, so my brain is broken today and I can't execute well, but on good days, I can pilot Lee well, but I'm not as good of a player as I used to be. I didn't play much Tekken 7 because I just didn't like it very much. For that matter, not a lot of Tag 2. I didn't feel Lee fit the system a lot. So the last one I really played deeply was like Tekken 6 BR. I loved that game. But like I said, I was playing at like the world's premier Tekken arcade at the time when I was living in Korea, and you just got so much exposure against like all of the characters and good players for all of the characters. I felt like I was that was the first time I was really playing against the character and not just playing as Lee. And but that's something that it's been 3 games now and there's new characters and this stuff. And I don't really have that anymore. So I can still pilot Lee, but it's almost like a contest of who can blow up who first because some of the new characters or things I still don't know how to fight them intelligently. And so, yeah, not just you. I'll have to take that time and go back and get some matches in and get blown up by Victor and be like, crap, what do I do here? And what's going on? I have no idea what the frames are on that and just kind of try to take over control and tease it out and slowly build towards getting better again. Uh, Watching part of the learning process. Yep. Yeah, check lots of options if you can. Um, so let's see real quick. I wonder if I can maybe Lee versus Lee is the easiest way to test this. Actually, that's really hard though. I really wish I had another person here to help with the practice stuff right now. So I want to see if Shooty was mentioning they could come up crouching, like back recover and crouch, and that would go under this, I think. So what about? Let's see frames wise. What about? No, not that. I want 1+2. No, that's too slow. Okay, so if that's too slow, and I think that's I-15, yeah. So that means canceling to this won't work. This would? What is that on hit again? +6. What do we get on... Well, she could turn and take the hit there. Wait a minute. What is... +4? Eh, that doesn't give us much. I was thinking of trying this. But I don't think we really get much off that if we're just +4. Should be able to turn and block most options. Oh! I wonder if she'll still be back turned if we do this. Okay, so we can back throw. So that's using up forward both punch from Hitman from that. But let's see. So she's still back turned on. So that's 12 frames. And it's normally 3 more that they can turn but not block. So that was weird that 1+2 wasn't hitting then. Because if 12 hits from behind, at least... Oh, but that's normal turns, and this is the kind of weird get up thing. So in normal situations, there's a range of 3 frames that they can... Frames 1, 2, 3, they cannot turn and cannot block. Frames 4, 5, 6, they can turn but not block, and then frame 7, they can block in the turning process. So that hit at 12, so I would expect that we could hit something out to 15, but, whoops. But I think it's a different situation because it's the special get up thing. Otherwise, I would have expected that to be guaranteed. But it's not. So, yeah, little different than a normal turn. It's like 2 toddlers with knives. Yeah, I have no idea what Reina does yet either, and I know just in the little I've seen or heard, I think she has some like oppressive frame traps and things like that. I've also heard there's certain stance transitions where it gives her armor, but because of that, it means if you throw, like she can't break the throws, or I'm not sure if lows are counter hit too. Uh, yeah, just some things I've heard. I don't really know about Reyna well yet, and I'm sure I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed by her once I get out of practice mode and into some matches. But then it'll just be the process of learning the character and getting better over time. My goal is usually always like not just to win everything now, but to reach what I can be eventually. So, all part of the process. What happens if you wall splat into the elk? I don't think anything happens, but let's try. Hey, elk buddy. What's up? Nothing. He's just chilling. I think theoretically it's supposed to be a deer or something, but that's a really, yeah, it's a big deer. Because this is Yakushima, right? So yeah, out of this stuff so far, if you want the guaranteed damage, the max that's guaranteed no matter what route they take seems to be um, this one here. Whoops, too slow. Yeah, probably better 2 points of damage. Better to go with a down forward 3/3 option there. So if she gets up, whether crouching or standing, that's hitting from behind, and that's with her doing the back recovery. And if she doesn't do that and she stays grounded, then you get the first while standing 3 hits grounded, so that should hit her in the head. Yeah, so I guess we found out a little bit about that stuff there. I'm not sure how we would set it up exactly yet, but also if we hit them face first into the wall, so like we're juggling from behind, and you time this, you can get that to still hit low wall from behind. And in this case, we can always get blazing kick off of it. And if she tries standing up, she gets launched by it or whatever else. But I'm not sure how. It'd be like a pretty rare instance. Like, oh, you got a punch parry, went for the mid option, you're juggling from behind, a wall's coming up, and try and finish with that. Yeah, I found some stuff I thought was going to be real cool earlier, but I don't think it's as great as I was hoping. So, I'll show it real quick. So, basically, we do our combos here. Oops. And then here, pick up again. Oops, that's not what I was going for. But yeah, you'll notice like that whole thing at the end after the, like from here onward only did 24 damage. The scaling goes really, really hard. It goes down to 14%, so almost every hit's only doing 1 or 2 damage. And the thing was, I was thinking that this is plus, well, in the juggle is like plus 36. And this starts from frame 26 to hit. And I heard earlier, I'm not sure if it's true, but the fastest you could go into Hitman is 10 frames. So it's like, oh, if we get just frame inputs on it, maybe in combo we could go from that heat dash and go into this guaranteed and then pick up. But unfortunately, when I was watching, every time we do that, like I'll skip most of the combo, but it comes in at 28 there, so I think we're a little too slow unless we can find some other magic. So it's basically like a budget version of a momentum reset. The scaling is super hard. It's down to 14%. But if you did get them to a wall, then the low wall hits and the grounded hits don't scale. So we could still get a lot of extra damage out of that. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be guaranteed so far. It's only if they don't tech roll. So we'll go. It's only if they don't tech roll. And if they do tech roll, I think we're at advantage, but I'm not sure how much there. So what I'd really like is something to mix it with, but the problem is even if we could find some other jump over tech catches or things, like this to this that's a lot of time to react to like, oh, he's going for that option. You know, it's over half a second. Um, yeah, I was excited too. Like if I don't know if you are against someone that's not mashing tech, it would work, but it looks pretty. Oops. Further on the first dash. Yeah, slow there. Oh no, not slow. I have it set to tech. That's right. It's not gonna hit when they tech. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm using this is this seems to change the angle a little bit in a negative way, and it makes the forward forward 3 whiff a lot there. So specifically when I'm trying to get to back 4, forward forward 3, I'm trying to use this at the end of this combo. Yeah, so that's probably the easiest carry. I tried a bunch of different quote-unquote max damage routes, and all of them came out to 27. So that's probably just the easiest one with the best carry. And so the thought was, if we could get it before the tech, being worried about them being able to, like, momentum sticking, so they would go really far away real quick. But this is 10 when they're grounded, and then this is 16. So even just those 2 hits would have been 26 compared to 27 for the whole carry. Yeah, maybe if we can find some other weird way into Hitman transition. One thing I found that was weird, unless I'm hallucinating here, is here, if I press 3 plus 4 early, like other moves are fully bufferable there. Like, let's say I do forward forward 3, I can do back 4 really early and it'll just come out on recovery. But you can't do that with Hitman. Normally, it seems like if I press the burst again during it and then 3 plus 4, for whatever reason, it feels like it's letting me buffer into Hitman stance there. So I do this, I press those again. Yeah, that was definitely before recovery, and I don't think I'm hallucinating. Maybe a little too early? I don't know. Maybe I am. No, that was definitely earlier, and so that's super weird. I don't know why. If you just try and raw Hitman off of that before recovery, you get nothing. If you press 2 plus 3 again during the run and then 3 plus 4 just before recovery, you'll get it buffered into Hitman, which is... I have no idea why. It's weird to me that I even tried that. I'm like, let's try this. What if? And I don't know, I was just thinking like there's burst, and then you can cancel the burst. What if we could cancel something some other way? So I don't know. Maybe we'll find other tech that something's useful off that later. But yeah, yeah. This when I do these, they just go permanent on YouTube afterwards. So it's just that during the stream the chat is live, but afterwards then it goes up permanently, so you can go back and look at the stuff. Okay, what else was I gonna test? I can't really think of anything now. The main thing I wanted to test, the start of this ended up kind of being a failure, so that was unfortunate. But we found some other stuff, so that's nice. Oh yeah, someone was asking about this finish. So yeah, the reason I don't think we have a lot of good options after that is you can see we're -4 when we hit them in the air. so it doesn't really give us a whole lot of advantage there. But it would be interesting over a breakable floor or floor blast because we haven't used any other spikes in the combo. Yeah, I think that's our normal max damage option from here, by the way. Because some characters too, if I go straight from the front, it wants to whiff. I take a very, very small sidestep left at the beginning, and then that'll make it hit. So small that you might not have been able to see it there, but yeah, just a tiny, tiny sidestep left. And then if you get the just frame version of that, should be our max damage. I think it's 60. Where if people are doing this option, this is 57. Oops. Need to go further. There we go. Oh, no, 59. So it's 2 damage more. Not a whole lot, but it doesn't work as well because the angle we're on. It doesn't work as well with those finishes. So it depends on what you're trying to finish with. Might kind of determine what carry route you go if you're trying to get max damage with it. I think we can kind of do it from... It's hard, but... I think I need to be deeper, but... Back 2, 4, 3. Come on, brain, remember things. Yeah, this might hit a little better on like Paul or Kazuya, and you do need to be really deep on the first dash. But that can hit. I think that's the max damage route off of this. Yeah, so we've got a couple finisher options. Another one too is back 4 to slide. So we've got like that. 1 more damage or 2 if I got the GF. Forget. Yeah, that's a really weird thing too. Someone in the Lee Court found it and kind of... So we've got normal slide is 20 damage. See if I can get the just frame. There we go. 23 damage for the just frame. And so here's the weird thing. The normal version, not the just frame, so it eats up some of my heat, but it does 25 in heat. Which actually, with the damage scaling, in combo comes out to more damage. But the super weird thing is... There we go. If I do the just frame version, I do get heat back, but it's only 23 still. So the most damaging version of the slide is the normal version of slide in heat. And it's the only move I know of his where the damage changes in heat. Yeah, let's see, what else? Anything? Alright, well I really need some sleep at some point, so I might be done soon. Is there any last questions or things you wanted to ask or see? Alright. Well, that might be it for me for today. I can't think of other stuff I quite wanted to test. Actually, real quickly, how far away does she go here? And can she quick back roll that? She goes far away with while running 3-4-2. Yeah. What about the side? Okay, the other side apparently. Yeah, I think she's gonna be too far for us to hit there, but let's check. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that tech is just at the wall if you get behind them and you 2-2-3 or you punch parry 4 or something. The stuff we did earlier. Why am I so big brain? I don't know, my big brain feels like it's inflamed or something right now, or I don't know, shriveled. Other days might be a bigger brain. I think I just have a lot of historical experience with the games and understanding of mechanics. So a lot of the reason I can find new stuff is just because like I'll be at work and in my brain it's like, wait a minute, this and this and this might connect. We should try this. So what I was testing at the start of the day actually came from that, but unfortunately the problem was that when we heat dash from this, it doesn't consider it a wall hit on the second hit where the normal one does. So that kept us from getting our 2 wall hits for the hard wall break. Yeah, did find a couple things that if we get high wall, or we hit hits 2 and 3 on this, that that will splat. I didn't know that this alone splats now at the wall, so that's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry we didn't find as much cool new stuff today. Found a little bit, not a ton, but one step at a time. Get there, keep getting stronger. Alright, have a good one, and thanks for dropping in. Laters.